Yeah. Jane on.
Hello, Jane. Are you translating today? Can you say something to Chess? Hello, Jane. Can you say some more? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, Ahong, say something, please. Hello, Ahong.
보고 싶을 거야.
What?
이모 유민 보고 싶을 거야.
보고 싶을 거야.
Okay, thank you.
오라선언입니다. 잘 들리세요? 네, 감사합니다.
We respectfully request the Sangha great virtues For the sake of this assembly and all living beings, please turn the wonderful Dharma wheel to teach and guide us how to end birth and death, leave suffering and attain bliss, and quickly realize non-birth. Cung thính đại đức tặng thịnh, vì thứ pháp hội cấp nhất thiết chúng sanh, thịnh chuyên diệu pháp luân giáo đạo ngã môn, như há liêu sanh thoát tư ly khổ đắc lạc, tất chứng vô sanh. Homage to the Blessed, Noble, and Perfectly Enlightened One. Nam mô Saranto Chichedo Ye La Hudi San Miao San Puto Che. Nam mô Tadatha Toyadaya La Hade Tamil Nam mô Đà Tọa. The unsurpassed, profound, subtle, and wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million aeons is difficult to encounter. Now that I'm able to see and hear, I will receive and maintain it. I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual principles. Wu shang sheng sheng wei miao fa bai qian wan jie nan zao yu. 我今见闻得受持，愿解如来真实义。O Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Great Master Ching Liang, Great Master YongHua, all good monks and nuns, and all good knowing advisors of Emitofuo. 诸佛菩萨、清凉大士、师父上人、各位出家人、各位善知识，弥陀佛。Chư Phật Bồ Tát, kính thưa Thanh Lương Đại sư Hòa thượng Thiên Hóa, quý thầy cô và quý vị tri thức A Di Đà Phật. Hello everyone. Today is the 5th of March 2023. We're here at Goforth to continue discussing the first chapter of the Avatamsaka Sutra. Thank you all for coming. We're currently on slide 64. This is, we are in the midst of the verses that Mahasattvas, one of the world rulers, were saying with the help of the Buddhas. Just to let you know, today we've been celebrating the Wanyin Bodhisattva's birthday. So this morning, today for a special program, we after lunch around noon or so, we started bowing to the Bodhisattva for a little while, and now we're lecturing. So the bowing, all these are the fundamental practices for our temple. This is what we do, and our spiritual practice is to carry out the 10 practices that universal worthy Bodhisattva recommended. He says that's his practice. His practice is 10 things. That's how he became enlightened himself, became a Buddha himself. What is the first thing? First thing is to li jing zhu fo. And you bow and respect all Buddhas. Okay, so the bowing there, right there, is one of the most important things for us, for our spiritual practice. Why is that? The first part of our practice is to create a lot of blessings. We need a lot of blessings for our spiritual practices. And the best way to create blessings is actually to li jing zhu fo, according to the Bodhisattva's teachings. Okay, in Mahayana, that's what we do. We learn to bow and respect the Buddhas. That's the reason why we bow. Even for a little bit right there, we're learning how to practice the first of the 10 practices. And what's number 2? 正赞如来, to praise the Buddhas, Tathagatas. That's what we are doing. This Bodhisattva here, in the midst of this Avatamsaka Sutra, amongst all these world rulers of the universe, what did he do? He sang the praises of the Tathagatas. Okay, so why is that very beneficial for us? Think about it. If you praise the Buddhas, what are you doing? We are saying the highest kind of conduct or qualities or virtues, because those are of the Buddhas. So when you praise the Buddhas, we are telling the whole world about what are the most virtuous things, the most meritorious conducts that you can possibly do, you can possibly achieve. That's why it's very, very beneficial for you in terms of creating your own blessings. All right, so that's where we are right now in slide 64. We're jumping in the midst of it, so it doesn't matter you miss the first part, it doesn't matter. Now we're looking at, we're studying how the Tathagatas were praised. And in doing that, there are tremendous blessings that we are generating ourselves. All right? Okay, so let's jump right into it. Boundless and infinite are the states that emerge as evidenced by his renown for self-mastery.
境界无边亦无尽，此自在明之所证。
All right, 65. Commentary. The states of the Buddha, okay, has no boundaries and is inexhaustible. What does it mean? It's not something we can possibly understand. We only have the word inexhaustible. We only have the word boundless. We don't know what it really is. Do we? Do we know the end of the universe? Anyone? Have you been there? Have you seen it? Can you measure it? You can't. You see? And that's how Buddhas are. And that's the spiritual practice. We ourselves tend to limit ourselves. For example, we say, if I own 20 apartment buildings, I'd be so happy. Anyone? I'd be so proud. I retire. Yes? Just me, huh? Okay. How about 20 Rolls Royces? There used to be a Maharishi who founded some kind of place, spiritual place in Oregon, and his disciples loved him so much, they gave him 22 Rolls Royces. Isn't that nice? He would drive one every day, and along his disciples lining up the street and say, oh, hey, hi boss. Okay, and so you see, once we reach our goal, we stop. We say, I made it. But Buddhas are not like that. Buddhas keep going. and going and going like the Energizer battery. Never mind. Okay. So that's why this is a state that we cannot possibly understand. This is not even the state that the bodhisattvas can even understand. Okay? But we should hear about it, okay? So that one day we can reach that ourselves. All right? As evidenced by his renown for self-mastery. Okay? Yeah. Self-mastery here means that wherever you are, you feel at ease. You don't feel oppressed. If you're in the midst of speaking the Dharma, listening to the Dharma, you have a kid who keeps on making a lot of noises, anyone bothered by that? Anyone bothered by that? Okay, if you're bothered by that, then you don't have any self-mastery. Okay, so when we have, so the noisy boy there is actually helping you cultivate self-mastery. All of a sudden he stops making noises. Come on, keep going. Okay, self-mastery is that you unruffle no matter what happens. You scolded, you are hungry, you are stressed out. You still are unflappable, like the Englishman. Unflappable. Okay, that's self-mastery. Why is it desirable? You tell me. Do you have self-mastery? No, you don't. Okay. It's a very nice state where you're at peace, no matter what happens. Cold or hot, you still are at ease. All right? So Buddhas have perfected self-mastery. They're calm and at peace no matter what happens. All right? Next. How inconceivable the Buddha is. He defies discernment. He realizes that no form actually exists in the 10 directions.
佛不思议，离分别，了相十方无所有。
Okay, 67. Now we go into a concept which is quintessential of this particular sutra, the concept of bukkha sui. Okay? Inconceivable. It says the Buddhas are inconceivable. What's inconceivable? Inconceivable means that you cannot possibly understand. You cannot possibly imagine. Your imagination falls short. Your understanding cannot reach it. Okay? Why is that? Why are we talking about inconceivable? What is inconceivable? This is challenging for you. You are so comfortable by sticking around within your domain, your cocoon, where you know your friends, you know your neighborhood, you know your relatives, you know your family. But as soon you go outside of your comfort zone, you're not happy. You're really uncomfortable. Okay, so what is this inconceivable thing here? You cannot possibly use your thinking mind to measure it. Okay, that's why it's inconceivable. It's inconceivable because it is beyond the reach of your thoughts or your thinking process, of your understanding. You hear of this, it should make you feel more humble. You feel a lot more humble because there's lots of things in this universe that we have no clues. We cannot even measure. We'll never know. Our thinking mind will never know, no matter how smart you are. You'll never know. You'll never understand. Okay? That's an insult, by the way. That you're limited. You don't know as much as you think. So why do they talk about it? They talk about it is to remind you, to challenge you. Okay? If you believe what you just heard, you believe there's something that's beyond your comprehension, beyond your thinking process. Okay? And it's then, if you believe that's possible, then there's hope for you. Because Buddhas are just like you. You're no different from Buddhas. If you follow the Buddha's teachings, especially practice the 10 conducts of Universal Bodhisattva. Number 1, to respect and worship all Buddhas. Number 2, to praise all Buddhas, and so forth. All those who are down the list of those 10 practices, you will reach the inconceivable. All right? So that's why only the Buddha is able to reach this inconceivable state. And he says, I can teach you how to get there, and all of you can get there. Okay. Next, he says the translation to English is a little bit off here. Okay, 理分别 here refers to the fact that the Buddha does not discriminate like us. Remember, your thinking mind, as long as you use your thinking mind, what happens? You're constantly discriminating. That's why it's consistent with inconceivable. You see that? That's why the translation, the translator here from my master's disciples, they don't understand this state. That's why they chose to translate the lesser meaning of this phrase. Okay, Buddha is inconceivable because he no longer relies on the thinking mind like we do. Okay? You need your thinking mind in order to make a living. Yes? You need the thinking mind to relate to your family. Yes? You need on your thinking mind to teach your children. Yes? You need your thinking mind to get rich. No? Okay. So that's why as long as you attach to that thinking mind of yours, you will never be able to understand the inconceivable. You never will to let go of the dependence on your thinking mind. And that's why this is not an advertisement or commercial. This is why in Buddhism we have a thing called the Sangha. You live a home life. We cut off all these attachments to worldly things, money, earning a living, a house, love, family, and so forth. So we let go of these attachments so that we can more easily reach stop using our thinking mind. Does it make sense? Because as long you go home, turn on the TV, you think again, what's going on in Ukraine right now? Huh? And so when you engage in your daily life, we need to depend on our thinking mind to survive, to make it. Yes? So that's why in Buddhism we have different practices that will enable us to reduce our dependencies on the thinking mind. Okay? And for example, another thing for everyone is that you practice Chan. Chan is a form of training that will allow you to stop thinking. You develop the skill to stop thinking, to stop using your thinking mind. Okay? So, because as long you use the thinking mind, you will discriminate. You're too smart. You say, I know better. I'm not going to take a loss. Sound familiar? I'm smart. Why should I take a loss? No? With too many women here today, I'm not talking to the wrong people. Okay? See, what happened is that, at the risk of sounding sexist, women like to discriminate, right? Don't you? Speak. Do you discriminate? All the time. Because it's for the sake of your children, no? Okay, so what happened is that the discrimination is based on your thinking process. You think this is short, this is long, this is advantageous, this is disadvantageous. That's why you discriminate. Okay? Are you bored or something? Yeah. This is Avatamsaka. I mean, that's too much for me. Any questions about this? It doesn't bother you that we keep insulting you, that you are inferior, you're limited, you're not at ease, you discriminate too much, you petty. We're going there. We go in that direction. We keep on going. In about another hour, I will be blunt and say, "You're so petty. You're so, you're so inferior," and so forth. That's where we're going. Okay. So better quit while you still are ahead. Yeah. So why are we talking about this? All this is predicated upon your thinking mind. So as soon as you figure out a way to stop thinking, which you can't right now, you cannot stop thinking right now. If you can figure out a way, develop the ability to stop thinking, okay, that's when all the wonderful things happen to you. Like what? Money? yeah, money, yeah. Yeah, of course. Imagine, for example, you stop thinking and you can find out what will the super lotto numbers will be. Interested or not? How about something smaller? Something smaller. Like, how much is the person who's selling the house be willing to take? Yes or no? How much is she willing to buy to pay for my house? Wouldn't that be nice to know? Yeah? Which slot machine should I use next? Oh, you don't go to Las Vegas? Boring people. That's all you do, work, that's it? Good Lord. And go to temples? How boring you are. And this young man, you have been seeing him like for three days in a row. That's not healthy. You should be out there, Here is for people who are in trouble. They're unhappy, depressed. Okay? There's some serious advantages that you can have when you stop thinking. You stop discriminating. I'm serious. And you know why we don't talk about it? Because it's not consistent what we're trying to teach you. We know it's advantageous, we don't sell it to you, okay? Because it appeals to your greed, that's all. Okay? Yes, did you have a question? One.
Thank you, Master. So you said that our mind, because of the habits, we tend to think, and for sometimes in like one moment we have different layer of thoughts that we don't even realize. So if, let's say, I'm speaking from my experience. Let's say if I try to pay attention to my thoughts when I'm talking to someone, and I realize that I have many thoughts rising up, what is the next step?
What's the next step? For what? What's your purpose? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to sell? Are you trying to...
At the moments when I realize that I have some necessary thoughts
Okay.
rising up in the back of my head,
Okay.
how to stop it?
How does what?
How to stop it?
How to stop it?
Yeah.
Just say stop. What don't you understand? Just say stop.
But it's like a habit.
Oh, you mean you can't? Can we be blunt about it? You can't stop? Is that what we're getting at?
I think so. I cannot. I just realized. But I tell myself, okay, next time try to be, keep it simple in my head when I talk to someone. But then I realize, oh, it happened again.
Okay, you know what? Do not believe anything she tells you. Because that's what she does to herself. She says, next time I do better. Next time I do better. Of course you can't stop. We know that. Because you never learn how to stop thinking. You can go to school. You can go to the best universities, the best research centers. You can even go to, Here, what do we have? No, not here, up here. Down south, we have UCLA Mindfulness Meditation Center or something like that. And they teach you how to handle with the stress of life and how to be successful in your career and so forth, okay? Well, what they will not teach you, and they use mindfulness meditation, they cannot teach you, is how to stop thinking. Ultimately, Buddhist meditation training is to help you to stop thinking. And right now you can't stop thinking. You can, but most of the time you cannot. When can you stop thinking? And be very specific. Okay, well, let's talk turkey, as the Americans would put it. Okay. There are times where you can stop thinking, but most of the time you cannot. A very short duration of time, I know you're able to stop thinking. But for 99.99% of the time, you cannot. Okay? Same thing with him. Same thing with her. You're all in the same boat. Okay? But for you in particular, There's certain kinds of thoughts you can stop. Yes or no? We're very specific. Meditation is very specific. I can do certain things, I cannot do other things. In your particular case, for example, there's some types of thoughts you said, no, I'm not going to think about that, and done. But there's some thoughts you cannot stop. Can we talk about it? Would you like me to tell you which thoughts you cannot stop? Any thoughts?
Yes, please, please.
Like money. Yes or no? Can you stop thinking about money? I said, I want to make more money. Yeah. You said, stop it. You can't. Yes or no?
I don't
She
know.
has to think.
I don't know.
You don't know. There's certain thoughts you cannot stop, but there's some thoughts you can stop. For example, let's be specific because each one you use different. In Buddhism, we're very precise. We're not using words. We know where you are and what you're capable of. Specifically, for example, for you, okay, there's sometimes a thought you can stop. Such as? Anyone? What thoughts can she stop? Her Fang. What thoughts can you stop? See, these people that practice, they're able to do that, but they don't know what they're able to do. They just, I just lucked out. But no. You have the ability now. Huh? What kind of thought can you stop? Her Fang? What can you stop thinking about? Money, you still think about money, yes.
Not very much.
But you still think about money?
Maybe sometimes.
Maybe
I just-
sometime.
yeah,
This Chinese girl, she argues with me constantly. Yes, one. What can you stop?
Thank you, Sifu. I think the thought that for me is harming other.
Harming others.
I can stop that. I don't think like that.
Not always.
Yes, not always, but most of the time.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Wei Mao, do you have an answer?
Master, I had a question. So you said you keep saying about stop thinking, but there wouldn't like a rock or something. Does a rock think? Or like a plant, does a plant think? And if they don't think, does that mean they're enlightened?
No, let me be specific for you. For example, for her, when she says, I feel like pho, ever happen? You have a thought? I feel like pho. Would be nice to have some pho right now. Yeah? Okay? And then you say, no, I don't want to think about pho. You stop. Yes or no? I said, maybe.
This one, I can.
You can. What happened to applause? Huh? The applause sign. Look at Andres. I told you not to move your eyes. Girls don't like it. When are you going to learn?
Master,
You don't like girls?
I'm at temple. I'm not thinking about girls right now. Respectfully, Master.
Okay. Can you, as long as we're there, can you stop about thinking about girls? See, he's still moving his eyes.
If I move my eyes, I'm probably thinking, all right?
Can you stop thinking about girls?
Right now, yeah.
Liar.
Master, I think the thoughts that keep coming in, even though I don't want them, is it the thoughts with really strong attachments to them?
Exactly. She's not as attached to food as she used to be. A lot more, less attached now. Same thing with her fam. Yes or no? Yeah. Okay, so that's how this is in a small scale, a small skill that you develop through meditation. Because of meditation, you can stop certain types of thoughts. Okay? As you get higher, you stop more types of thoughts, and more, and more, and more. Am I making sense to you? There's a scale here. There's certain types of thoughts you can stop. And most of the other thoughts you cannot. Is that correct? Yes or no? You know, for Lu, she likes to think she doesn't like to harm people. Wait until someone really hurts her child. And I would challenge her to try to stop harming thoughts. Yeah? Try to hurt your mother. Yeah? Trying to be calm about it. For me, same thing. Try to hurt my disciples, I kill you. You kidding? Are you kidding? How dare you touch my disciples? I will kill you. Most of the time, I'm not violent. Okay? Yes, Andres is right. We have, because it's an attachment. I'm attached to my disciples. Don't you dare touch them. You hear? Okay, so it's the heavy attachment. That's why we cannot help ourselves but think about it. Is that clear? So that's why as you get higher, you have fewer attachments, you have fewer thoughts. Does it make sense? And you get to a certain level, then actually your attachment is so light. You can say, I can have some pho, I like pho. Okay, I like, what did we have for lunch today? I don't remember anymore. Noodle soup, yeah? Noodle soup. And what else did we have? Pizza. You forgot already? Pizza? Huh? You also had Gautier, huh? Yeah, okay, all the good stuff. Okay. I'm hungry again. So we can enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with enjoying. I want you to understand that it's perfectly normal to enjoy it, to enjoy life. However, the people who cultivate can enjoy life when they choose to, whereas the people who don't cultivate have no choices. They cannot control their urges, their attachments. So even though you have no attachments, you don't need pho to live, okay? But you still can enjoy it. And when you choose to, you say, I don't want it. And done. You don't think about it. Is it clear? So that's a function of spiritual practice. You develop the detachment from things that are really not that important to you. Except for money, of course. And let's not forget love. Yes, love. Okay? So that's why Chan training in Buddhism, or we train you to let go of your attachments. That's why you think you have fewer thoughts, up to a point where you actually, your attachments are so light. If you have it, you can enjoy it. Yes? But you don't need it. That's why you can stop thinking about it. You no longer are slaves to those pleasant things of life. Isn't that cool? That's freedom right there. Freedom That's true freedom right there. Freedom is not having more money. Freedom is to be able to enjoy it and not be attached to it. So it's a choice, freedom of choice. Shall I enjoy it or shall I not? That's it. Worldly people think of freedom as possession. Yes, freedom is I have money, therefore I have freedom, I have independence. Nothing is further from the truth. The more money you have, the more enslaved you are to your money. You know, rich people, I know I used to work for a lot of rich people, they're all alcoholics. They're so stressed out, they need to drink every day. You think they have everything? No. They're so worried. They're so afraid to lose their money. That's why you have bankers, certain bankers say, don't worry, put it in my bank, I will protect the money for you. Okay? Does it make sense? So that's why as you practice, you reach a certain level where actually our people are able to stop thinking. Look around you. Look closely around you. There are women, there's men, there's old people. I can't see any young people. Lost cause. I told you, wrong place. The people in this room are able to stop thinking. How about that? Some people are able to stop thinking. It's possible. That's my point. I'm not bragging. The whole point is that anyone can be trained. Anyone can learn how to do it. And guess what? You stop yourself and nah, I don't believe it. Sounds familiar? Huh? I don't believe it. This is probably a scam. All right. So, 离分别 here is that he no longer discriminates. It's not defies discernment. You know, 离分别 is that they're talking about, the translation it says, we have no way of discerning the Buddha. Okay? That's what it means, but he defies discernment. But it's not what it means. It means actually the Buddha no longer discriminates. Okay? Yes, sir. Question 6.
So are we born with that habit of discriminating, or is something that we also develop with time?
When you're born,
yeah.
You're born, lucky for you, you're born with discrimination.
Okay, thank you, Master.
Yeah, you're born, you came endowed with discrimination. Okay? Even Buddhas came endowed with discrimination. Huh? What proof do I have? He says, I don't like to suffer. Early on, he says, this is suffering. I don't want it. Okay, no matter what I do, I still suffer. I don't want this. That's discrimination. You think you're better than the Buddha? I'll rest my case. Okay? All right. He realizes that no form actually exists in the 10 directions. 无所有, meaning that 相续犯无所有. He says that there's nothing in the universe. The universe is empty. You empty. Mama is empty. Grandma is empty too. She understands English, huh? A lot more than we think. 谢谢，再见。Be good, boy. How do you say be good in Chinese? Huh? What? 乖，乖着，乖乖啊。Okay. Thanks for coming. Okay. It says here that Buddha looks at the universe, okay, and sees everything as empty. What does it mean? What do you mean there's nothing in the universe? The James Webb telescope, right, has proof, has photos of the outer edge of the universe, supposedly. Yeah? How can it be empty? Buddha says it's all empty. Xiang here is a no form, meaning that things you can see, you can feel. Form here refers to something you can see, you can touch. It has a sense of solidity. Yeah? Okay? Touch yourself. That's a form right here. Okay? This is a form. Anything that has a shape, has to give you a sense of solidity. Okay? That's a form. All right? So far, so good. That's just a Buddhist jargon you should know. Form. Okay? Meaning that you open your eyes, what do you see? Forms. Everything is forms. Yes? Forms. Forms. Depending on your interest. Different kind of vases. What are you thinking? I was thinking about vases. The men don't find it funny. Especially Jung. I don't think about those things anymore. Vases. My wife trained me well not to think of vases. What are you still attached to? I see. He thinks he's free, but no. Master keeps been talking to people. No. Yeah. What do you still think about? Money. Oh, what such a liar. The Americans have no shame. They lie through their teeth. Koreans, what are you still attached to? Don't tell me it's Master Z. Master Z, what are you still attached to? Be careful.
Master, I still attached to Korea, Master.
Korea? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No one didn't like him. He's such a liar. I like him, yeah, he has potential. Good abbot. Abbots have to lie. Okay, good Lord. Master Old Monk, what are you attached to? We all know what he's attached to. Just double checking. He says relics. We all know already. Huh? Wei Maung.
Thank you, Master. There was
I've been thinking about something you said in last week's lecture all week. I've been a bit attached to it. Jeannie and I have been discussing. You said, and please correct me, the first false thought that started the universe was something like, I need more light.
Need to add light, yes.
Yeah, thank you. I need to add light. So what I've been thinking about all week is, does that mean that infers that before the first false thought, there were all true thoughts and there was no universe? And what was that like?
It's no thoughts at all. And the first thought arose, it says, I need to add light.
So that in my head, what I've been imagining is the universe is just the inside of the Buddha's head. And we're just like all the neurons and stuff that have been firing ever since he had that first false thought. And as long as he can guide us towards not being false, then we're the Buddha walking around and seeing whatever he sees every day. The universe is just inside his head. That's where I've been.
Well, it works for you Americans. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah? Wait a minute. You need a reason?
No, I'm totally cool with it. Like if it means that, I can do my part to extinguish false thoughts in the universe and one day become a Buddha, like that's rad,
Yeah. It's just a tidbit of information about how it got started, but it's not something we can really understand. Okay? Buddha says, whoa, that's how it first started. And then where we are today is a result of many more follow-up thoughts. Countless follow-up thoughts, like, I like white skin. I don't like yellow skin. Black is beautiful. America, America, America. Okay, all those different kinds of thoughts that made the world as we know it. Isn't it interesting? It all started from that one thought, need to add more light. We don't even know who even thought of that first thought. All right? But don't try to understand. Just know it's just a tidbit of history. Is that you asking you, how did it get started? The Buddha said that one thought right there. Okay? And no one asked him, who thought of it? Can you point out who's that person? Is she here today? Yeah, it's probably a female. That's all I know. It could be an it nowadays. Yes, Way Mountain.
Can you explain why can you explain why some attachments are stronger than others? And
specifically you mean? Like name something that's stronger in you than others.
Oh, money. I'm very attached to money. Yeah, I can be pretty calm, but then when I start thinking about money and stuff, it's just my mind keeps going. I just say stop, and then it'll
how much money?
Tiny bit, and then like the next second.
No. You cannot fool me. How much money?
Anything about money makes my mind go and not stop.
$10.
Yeah, even $10.
How about 5?
Anything, anytime money brings up money.
Wait. I don't believe it. Okay, the Koreans don't believe it. The Koreans are chuckling that this American is weird. $2.
Sure, because then it starts thinking about money, and then the whole concept of money starts going through my head, every thought I've ever had, every feeling I ever had about money keeps going in my head.
Okay.
Why is that thought stronger than?
Listen, son. Okay, you're hopeless. Nothing I say will work for you. For most people, for ordinary people, we have a floor. I don't think about anything less than $1. It's too heavy in the pocket. You know what I mean?
Well, you pull out a quarter, then you start thinking about, 50 cents, and it turns into $1, and $10, and $100. Just the whole concept of money, you know, it just creates, it has so much energy inside of my head that I'm really trying to.
It's called insanity.
Yeah.
You're insane.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. You agree with me? Most of us, there's a floor. We said, I will not be obsessed about it unless it's, $10. For me, for a Buddhist, it's $5. Because below $5, we can break precepts. We can steal. Anything above $5, big problem. Okay, so yes, I'm only attached to over $5. Under $5, I don't care. Take it. Here, take my wife. Do you understand? Have you learned something new today?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be obsessed about anything under 5. Okay, moving on. Voi Mount.
Master, I'm just asking about the Vietnamese word and English word. So the Chinese, they use the word xiang, and English, they use the word form. Is there any difference between the two? Because form translated back is sa.
It's actually, the translation should be mark. The actual word itself, the literal translation is mark. However, in this context, it's form. Form works better than marks. So it's a good translation. See, they excel at some places. Then it gets a little bit higher levels of subtleties in the English, in the Buddhist teaching. That's why they fail. But at low level here, form and xiang is correct. A good question. Okay? For English translation, form is better than mark. It's right here. All right. See, so many bye-bye, goodbye. That's all I'm hearing. For half an hour already, goodbye, I'll see you later. It's some attachment somewhere here. Okay, so he said, the Buddha looks at all 10 directions, and he says, it's nothing. Meaning what? What does it mean when it's nothing, no form, nothing whatsoever? He looks at this as nothing. What does it mean it's nothing? What does it mean this is nothing? Money is nothing. Unlike Andres, money is important. He looks at money, nothing there. Why? What does it mean? How can there be nothing? Have you thought of it? It's funny, you Buddhists never ask Master YongHua or his disciples never ask him this. If it's nothing, then why do you call it money? Huh? No one dare ask Master YongHua. Master, if you Buddhists, the Buddhist sages see not like Buddha says sees nothing, then why do they call it money? Money is something. And I asked myself, why do I shoot myself on the foot? Teaching you what to ask me that I cannot answer? Well, I chuckled. I said, I wish Master YongHua's disciple would ask him that. If it's nothing, then why does the Buddha talk about form? Wei Mao. I'm illustrating a very important concept for you. because I'm using this to teach you the very important Buddhist concept that the Hinayana, the other Buddhist teachers don't teach you. Okay, this is one of the important teachings in this sutra. So why? Yes, why not?
Thank you, Master. The thought that comes to my mind that I've been thinking about the most for several years now is shelter. Shelter can tie into money, it can tie into love, it can tie into so many things, right?
Homelessness people.
Yeah, like even the Buddha needed shelter to become enlightened. He had the cobra, over his head to shield him from the rain at the moment. So shelter can have so many different forms, and shelter can drop 25% depending on the way the market goes in terms of how much it costs, and then that can affect how much you have to make it every month for the next 30 years so that you can hopefully, die in peace in your place of choosing versus renting from month to month to yada, yada, yada. So that's where my mind kind of thinks.
It's so depressing.
And can you make a 15-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage? Because, geez, I'm already 150. I'll be 180 by the time 30 years is up, and would I still be working at the same level I'm working at right now?
Definitely depression. Mary Jo, can you have a little talk with him and sort of calm him down a little? Say, hey son, life is not that bad. Your wife still loves you.
And I don't know if you
for
noticed,
richer or for
in
poorer.
California, there's so many different types of houses. They all look. There's Spanish. There's colonial. There's
Stop! You're making me depressed. I cannot afford those houses.
Not to mention way places, which all look very different too, and those are shelter. And I go there to meditate, and
I still owe money to the bank. You're right.
Property taxes.
Oh no! Don't bring it up. April next month, I owe a bunch of taxes. Okay, Korea, I'm not going anymore. Have to pay my taxes. Have to go to work. Thank you. You can thank Peter for that. He reminded me. You too.
From Diego Emitofuo, Master, when I hear the word empty, in my limited understanding, emptiness doesn't mean that it does not exist. It means that we should not be attached to it. We should not react to it. The way it becomes empty to us, independent of it being real or not. Thank you, Master.
I hate it when he just repeats everything I taught him. Have a spine. He said, Master, you said so, but I disagree. No, he's regurgitated everything, the same exact thing. Okay. Emptiness means that your mind is empty of thoughts about it. You don't think about it, that's why it's empty. Your mind's empty, not because it's empty. Isn't that cool? You think the Buddhists are stupid? Don't come to me and say, Master, since the temple is empty, can I have it? You can have my wife, but you cannot have my temple. Okay? Let's get this straight. I think about my temple, I just don't think about. Okay? So emptiness means that your mind is empty of thoughts about it. Am I making sense to you? The Chinese never explained it that way. They always say, it's empty. Yeah. I talked to her. She talked to me. Can I tell you my latest understanding? It's so empty. I said, Yeah. Am I right? I said, yeah. She didn't know that. Yeah, because I look at her and say, empty. Whatever you told me is empty. Yeah? Okay? You don't think about it. That's why it's called empty. Why is that? Have you thought about it? Let me drink this thing first. So it's on purpose. It's not I'm sloppy, okay? Got this? Is it empty? It's empty, yes? It's empty. You call this empty? You agree, that's why it's not empty. Caught you again. You say this is empty, but this is not empty because it's something that you call empty. You got that? I trick you again. Time and time again.
It does not make sense.
You didn't get it? You see, the kids get it. You guys don't, the adults don't get it. The kids get it. Yes, one.
Kai just said the first full English sentence I heard. He was saying that I saw Mama is empty.
The first sentence, complete sentence.
Full English.
Yeah. Mama is empty.
I saw Mama.
Wow. This guy has potential. You see, he doesn't come to the temple every single day. And he still gets it. Way Mountain.
Master, so lately I've been thinking like it's time to go get ice cream or it's time to go to the Krispy Kreme, and I can't tell if that's the demon or if that's me. I can't tell the difference.
What did he say? South Carolina sometimes trips me with his accent. Repeat that in an audible thing.
So when I'm out there in the world, I hear a voice that says, go get ice cream or go to the Krispy Kreme. And I can't tell if that's a demon or if that's my mind.
Okay.
Or if it's a demon pulling my strings.
And a demon pull your string, yeah. So to you, Krispy Kreme is not empty. Huh. Okay? You understand? Because it's a misconception that the Hinayana don't even explain to their own people. And the people say empty, 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 but actually when they talk about empty, it's not empty. They cannot explain empty. They just say the cup is empty. This cup is empty, but the cup is still there. You see that? So the concept of emptiness is misunderstood in Buddhism. I submit to you, Wei Mountain.
So does that mean in all the sutras that I've read that talk about emptiness, so like the Heart Sutra and the Vajra Sutra in particular, when they talk about emptiness, I think Heart Sutra says emptiness is form, form is emptiness. So that's something I never really understood until today when you said emptiness means emptiness of thoughts about it. So is that the way I should look at sutras now? Because the concept of emptiness is not something I ever understood.
Only today, I only explained to you that form is empty. As on slide 67, that's what Buddha sees. He sees forms is empty. Okay? I haven't explained to you emptiness is form yet. One thing at a time. Today is not enough time for it. another occasion, okay? Let's not try to go too fast, not get ahead of ourselves. What did you say about Mama again, boy? He ignores me. He says, Master is empty. He doesn't think about Master at all. Disgusting boy. Okay. Earlier we asked Master Z about what he thinks about. What about Koreans? What do the Koreans think about at JMT? Let's pick any person there. Junie's husband. So the heck of it. Careful. Yeah, give him a microphone. What do you think about? He has to think, he learned very well from Master Z. Let me think.
다리 아픈 걸 생각하고 있습니다. 다리가 아프다는 생각을 하고 있습니다.
Adidas?
That my leg is hurting.
So the legs are not empty. Pain is not empty. Yeah? Okay, anyone else who'd like to volunteer at JMT? What do you think about? Teji Shunim, what do you think about? You think, I knew he would spare me. Oh, no one is spared. If you come, oh no. I just emptied it. Don't fill it up again. Please, I have another hour to go. It's not empty. Anyone else? At JMT, what do you think about? Deji Shunim, what do you think about? See, the Korean Sunnis are very cautious. They say, what can I say that's safe? Okay, let her think about it. Let's go to JC. Chakyeon. Is that Chakyeon right there? What happened to her hair? It's so bushy nowadays. I just saw you last month. I mean, what happened to your hair? Not only bushy, but it changed its colors. What do you think about?
무엇을 생각하고 있는가?
졸린 생각만 하고 있어 지금.
I'm only thinking that I am sleepy. I'm only thinking that I'm sleepy.
Sleepiness. And your neighbor is yawning already. She's probably bored to death. I don't like it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So is it clear? So the reason is formed here in the back to slide 67 is because everything you see is form. That's the emphasis. Everything you see is empty to the Buddha, meaning that he sees it, but he doesn't think about it. Unlike you see it, you think about it, you react to it. Yes? You say, wow, nice. Anyone? Huh? Nice. Huh? Yuck. children. Yeah, right? Eastern Europeans. Yeah? Wei Mom.
Thank you, Master. Is emptiness like an all or nothing kind of definition? The reason I ask is based on your example. When you drank the tea, the cup's definitely empty now. There's no more tea in it, but you're less empty because you now have the tea inside of you. So is it like 90% empty?
It's
10%
not
full?
empty to you, but it's empty to me until I need to go.
At which point you'd be more empty.
Emptier, yes.
Emptier.
Argumentative, too much thinking. You're trying to understand. It's inconceivable. Well, I just explained to you. If you were paying attention at all today, I started by explaining to you inconceivable, meaning that it's not something that you can understand, and yet he's trying to understand. Were you listening?
That's because I'm Sicilian, Master, just like in The Princess Bride. Inconceivable.
Okay, let's move on. Let's Corsican, Sicilian be Sicilians. For those in the world, he extensively reveals paths to purity. Pure eyes is able to observe this.
为视广开清净道，如是净眼能观见。
Okay, can I just say something before I forget? I'm very scattered. If I don't say it, I will forget. So hang on, the questions from JC and YouTube, okay? You see, this slide here follows a prior slide. You see that? Okay, he says, for those in the world, he not extensively review passage. This is a wrong translation. Again, their level of comprehension of the Dharma of the translator here is very good, but not refined enough. That's why it should be expensively, not extensively. Guang here refers to, he explains everywhere. He goes to the 10 directions. He goes to Korea, he goes to Vietnam, he goes to Sri Lanka to explain and review the path to purity. Is it clear? It's not extensively, expensively. It's horizontal. He goes everywhere. San Jose, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Kiev. Not Kiev. You understand? Expensively, everywhere, and more, and further, and further, and further. That's what Buddhas do. He didn't say, I will stop in Korea, and after I'm done in Korea, I will stop and retire. Good luck with that. Okay? It's not going to happen. It's just like telling Putin, give him Ukraine, and he will stop. Yeah, never mind. How did politics sneak in again? Okay, you got that? So he expansively teaches everyone, everywhere, how to get to purity. What is purity? Purity is no thoughts. You see why they're connected? No form means you don't think about it. And that's why he says, I will teach you how to not think about forms. Everywhere. Everyone. Is it clear? He doesn't discriminate. He goes everywhere to teach everyone who's interested in learning how to not think. That's what's called purity in Buddhism. Purity is not how often you shower and wash your hair or change diapers. He's still wearing. He must, huh? Oh yeah, I can see that. Impure boy. Okay? And pure eyes is able to contemplate and see. It's not just observe. Here it means contemplate, because observe here is a worldly concept. Contemplate is that it's a Buddhist practice. You contemplate, and that's how you can see. The Chinese Buddhism is so precise. It's too bad that we don't have the kind of precision in English. It's beautiful. You need to contemplate, then you can see. They give you clues on how to see. In order to see, I'm teaching a little bit more than the Avatamsaka Sutra it was intended. In order for you to see, if you want to see something, you contemplate. You don't open your eyes. For you open, I want to see, I want to see. I want to see, I want to see. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. The Buddhists, they close their eyes, they contemplate. Aha! That's how they see. Isn't that cool? It's so different from you. Okay, JC.
네, 한국어 유튜브에 올라온 성봉 김화준 질문입니다. 젊은 카톨릭 청년입니다. 아미타불 스승님, 궁금한 것이 두 가지 있어 질문드립니다. 첫 번째, 서가모니 부처님께서 사바세계 교주로 불리시는 이유가 이원성을 초월한 가르침을 최초로 설하셨기 때문인가요? 두 번째, 사랑과 증오의 차이는 복과 빛의 차이와 같거나 비슷한가요? 이상입니다.
Master, this question is from YouTube. This is Songbong Kiwajun. He's the young Catholic. There are two questions. Emitofuo Master, I have two questions. Number one, Shakyamuni Buddha, he is the one who's teaching, came to teach us in Saha world. The reason that we're calling him a teacher is it because he's giving us, taught us something that is beyond the dualism. Second, love and anger. The difference between love and anger, is that similar to the difference between blessing and debts, like loss? Thank you.
The Catholic is so confused. Let's go take the second question first. Love and loss? Love and anger? What's the connection with love and anger? How can you be angry when you love? What's the relationship? I don't understand that. I would never been in love, so I don't know. Help us out. Anyone has been in love? Oh, Liam, oh no, now she's really angry. I love you and you leave me. And you want to leave me. You plan to leave me. Am I speaking your mind? Nói thông ruột đấy mà. So how can there be love and anger? I don't get it. Why do Catholics lump love and anger together? To me, love is such a beautiful thing. How can you help him out with answering question 2? Love and anger? Yes, Buddhist person 1.
This is not my thought, Master. It's from Leon. She say, love and anger is when you are loving one way and the other one doesn't love you.
Oh no! That's gotta hurt. Oh no! I opened a can of worms. Oh no! Okay, let's move on. What's the first question again? The number 2 question remains unanswered. Okay, I'm not going to touch that with 10-foot pole after that kind of commentary. Okay, what's number 1 again? First question.
Reason why we call Shakyamuni Buddha as a teacher in Saha world is it because he taught us for the first time about dualism?
No, not at all. Shakyamuni Buddha, whatever he taught us, is to benefit us because it helps us. That's the bottom line. It helps us end our suffering. In other words, if you're suffering, like you're angry at someone not loving you, you need to practice Buddhism. You need to become Buddhist. Actually, we do have a refuge ceremony. If you already taken refuge, take again. Yeah, he teaches us in order to help us end suffering. That's the bottom line. Okay? That's why we call him teacher. Teacher is because not only does he teach us, he also guides us. He actually like a coacher. The Chinese call it guide. In English, we call it coaching. We coach. He coaches us how to do it, how to succeed. Okay? And number 2, again, Diego, I would not touch that question. Because Diego, records everything I explain and throws it back at me. You too.
A few YouTube questions, but the first one was from Empty Mirror. Master, my son wakes in the middle of the night screaming. I can see a ghost attacking him and scaring him. I play Sharangama mantras and it gets better. How can I use emptiness to help him?
Must you use emptiness to help him? It's like a question. How can I help him? But you got to do the way I want. My answer is, I can't help you. If you insist on having it your way, go to McDonald's. Second question.
From Lyle, Master, then true emptiness means someone can be in the state of absolutely no thought?
Yes. Quite easy questions. Should have more of those.
And then from Lyle again, I've always wondered what's the difference between emptiness and true emptiness?
I don't know. Is it a trick question? Just kidding. Let me answer for her in particular, so ignore. You can tune out and, seethe. You know what seethe means? Like you boiling up anger. Okay. What was the question again? I have the answer and I had to interrupt myself. What was the question again? Repeat the question, please.
She wants to know, I've always wondered what's the difference between emptiness and true emptiness?
Okay, let me answer for you. Just for you. Okay, the rest of you ignore it. It's not for you. Well, emptiness is something you don't understand. True emptiness, forget it. You like? Wei Mao.
No,
Korea is yawning like crazy. I hate this. I don't like this. Yeah, I'm at my best, and people are yawning left and right. This is annoying. You see what time it is over there right now? 2. Go ahead, ask. It's 7 a.m. It's no reason to be sleepy. You got up at 5. It's still no excuse for being sleepy. Come on. Yeah, go on.
Master, just a question about love.
Love? I want you to know the background of this before he asks me. He's the one who requests a plan and said, can I get a boyfriend who will listen to me? I said, I try. It hasn't worked yet. You are real characters. All of you are sick. Something is wrong with you. This is why they come to my temple. You see? Be careful. He's been coming to my temple for so long now. It hasn't got any better yet. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Master, so our Vietnamese has some wisdom in it. There's a word called yêu thương. And if we separate that, the thương, it can be a, how you say it, thương is bị thương, pain, is it? Like love is to inflict pain upon ourselves or to other people.
What? It's a Vietnamese thing. That's not translated. The answer is, I don't know. Okay, my pat answer, I don't know. Okay, moving on. You guys joking around too much. We're learning the advanced Dharma here. Avatamsaka Sutra is the most advanced sutra in Buddhism. And all we're doing is laughing for an hour and a half so far. Okay. Pure eyes, okay. Can just observe this. So pure eyes here is a world ruler, is a big shot in the assembly, in the people gathered there to listen to the sutras explanation by spoken by the Buddha. And so his name is Pure Eyes, meaning that his eyes are very, very pure, whatever it means. Next, 70. The thus come one's wisdom is without bounds. No one in the world could possibly fathom it.
如来智慧无边际，一切世间莫能测。
Okay, 71. His wisdom, the Buddha's wisdom, is no bounds, meaning that there's nothing that he does not know. You want engineering? He can talk to you about engineering until the end of time. He talk about, let's see, psychotherapy. He would dance circles around Mary Jo. Okay, Buddha's Buddha's wisdom is unfathomable. Okay, there's no way you can measure it. No way you can imagine it, and it's not about you. When we talk, and not about the Buddha, it's about you as well. Listen. When we talk, and the sutra talks about the Buddha, it's actually talking about you. Why do you think we're doing this? We're studying this, we're discussing this, so that we are reminding you of who you truly are. Except for small children. Okay? your wisdom, the wisdom that you can have, is the same as the Buddha's. And someone said, I don't believe it. Seriously? Do I look like I have boundless wisdom? I'm still angry like hell. Huh? I'm at ease. I have self-mastery. Except for the dad. The dad says, don't embarrass me. How come of all the kids, you're the only one who yells? Yeah? So no one could possibly measure it, imagine it. Okay? 72. He dispels sentient beings' dark delusions forever. Great wisdom enters this and abides in profound peace.
永灭众生痴暗心，大慧入此深安住。
73. You believe this? That he can dispel our darkness, our delusions forever? Too good to be true, huh? Sangwok Sunim, Shorty, are you awake? Every time I look at Sangwok, I want you to understand this. I'm looking in a different direction than you, right? I look at people's face. You know, the first thing, when I look at Sangwok Sunim, it's like, and she doesn't even move. What am I supposed to take from that? At least her father is But Sangwok, I gave you my best, most profound thoughts. And in Korea, Koreans are too much. You're too much. Okay. Can you believe that he can dispel our dark delusions forever? Is that really possible? Isn't that cool? If it were possible, wouldn't that be great? No more anger. I love you. You want to leave me? Leave. I still love you. You'll be sorry. That's a definition of cool. Okay? Why? Why am I saying that? Leave. Because your delusions have ended already. If you have no more delusions, we will not be angry. Agree? So you should be grateful he's leaving you, because he says you still are angry. You need to look at Master and learn a way not to be angry anymore. Okay, I'm making a point. If your delusions bother you, there's hope for you. If you say, I'm an angry person, deal with it. Then there's no hope for you. I run the other way. I say, thank you, nice to know you. Hey, disciple, wait for Master. Okay, you understand? If you says, I'm so angry, I don't want to be like this, there's hope. That's why Buddhas appear in the world, because many of us did that. It says, I'm so angry, I don't like this. I don't like myself when I'm this angry. I don't like myself when I'm this greedy. And as the Buddha says, wow, there's hope after all for you. Because you dare face your own problems. You know what? Worldly people, they know we have a problem. What do we do when we have a problem? We run away from problem. I speak from experience. Yes or no? What is it called? Divorce. The girl finds it funny. Korea doesn't find it funny. Huh? Right? You run away from problems. So if you want to learn, you have to want to fix a problem. Now some books say, oh, really? So I have hope after all. There's hope for me after all. Okay? The requisite for ending, dispelling your delusion is that you really want to do it. No one will force it upon you. But guess what? When we have a problem, what do? Problem? More? I don't have a problem. You're the one who has problems. Why do you keep on looking at me for? I don't have a problem. You're the problem who wants to look at me for my problems. Okay? So, how do you dispel dark delusions? How? Daniel. No comprende? No sé?
Follow your good knowing advisor.
What?
I don't really know. All I know is follow your good knowing advisor.
What did he say? Anyone else? How do you dispel your dark delusions? That's one.
Thank you, Sifu. In order to dispel our dark delusion, we first have to recognize that we have a dark delusion.
Okay.
Then we find a solution.
How do you buy a solution?
Many ways. Get a plaque.
Anything with this girl is commercial. Money.
And then sit, meditate, and hopefully the answer will come.
Hopefully. Pray to God, the answer will come. I fill in the blanks for you. Okay, anyone else? How do you dispel your dark delusion? Yes, number 6.
For me, sometimes it helps to see how I feel after. For example, if I'm angry and I react to being angry, I try to think how I feel after it, and as I know that it's something bad, I try not to do it again.
You see, you mean, let me paraphrase it for you.
Thank you, Master.
Since your English is not as good as mine.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You would never say that?
No, I appreciate that.
I thought I would never say that. It sounds like I would never say that. Too many jokers here. Repeat what I just said so I can paraphrase it.
Yeah, so I try to think how I feel after I surrender to that angry, for example, And as I feel bad, before surrendering to that anger, I remember how I'm going to feel.
Okay, enough. I got it. That's enough. Meaning, you're trying to say that you look at the consequences of your being angry, and you don't like it. That's how you convince yourself to stop, or find a way to stop. What else is new? And you have to raise your hand to tell me about it? That's what we all do. At least smart people. Yes, that's correct. This is why, by the way, since he brought it up, this is why in Buddhism we teach you about precepts. What's the important precepts? Let me tell you a secret, Buddhist secret. Don't tell non-Buddhist people. Promise? Okay? It stays here in Gold Forest. Is that clear? We agree, right? We understand each other, right? Okay. In Buddhism, we know, for example, we taught like the Catholics or the Christian in Korea. They taught, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Sounds familiar? I read the 10 Commandments. I remember too. Okay? Thou shalt not kill. Okay? And it's a commandment for us. We have a similar thing called precept on you will not kill. You can't kill. We don't use thou. We say no killing. Thou still has a person there, which is no killing. Okay, we're cooler in that sense because no thou is no me, whatever. So it's only killing. Okay, so no killing. Okay, what happens is that when we kill, okay, let's say you kill a pussy. Got that? I did. I mean, not. You know what happened? A cat was running away from me. Okay? And so I grabbed its neck to stop it. And so he opened his mouth and bit me. Bit me. Okay? In my poor thumb. I want you to imagine. What do you do? I ask you, what do you do? What would you do? I'm not asking girls, boys. What would you do? They would not understand us. What would you do? The girls are, hey! Honey, help! We don't do that. Do it. What do we do? Knowing that someone is angry at you.
Thank you, Master. I will try to free myself, maybe hurting it too.
What?
Try to scare it so that it...
What do you mean scared? I'm the one who's scared. What's the matter with you? Have you ever been bitten by a cat with sharp teeth?
I got bitten by it's like a mouse. But at that time
This guy is so sheltered. I cannot believe. And he still remember being bitten by a mouse.
And I yelled so loud that it just released.
You yell so loud? Okay, let's reconsider your application. God. Okay, anyone else who's normal? Sir, what would you do? let go. This guy has common sense. The first thing you do is let go, right? That's what the cat was hoping you do. Exactly. Because you're in pain, you let go. Right? Excellent. What if you didn't? Suppose your wife isn't there, okay? Suppose another girl was there watching you, and she thinks highly of you. This guy is too practical. I don't like him. What about your pride? He says, what pride? I don't care for pride. So Chinese. I can't stand this. Oh, this is too much. Anyone would do differently. Huh? Anyone would not let go. Raise your hand. What? No one? You all would let go? You would not let go?
It will depend. Like maybe I will have a thought to harm it again as well, sorry. But maybe I will let it go. It depends.
The scenario is there's a woman there who idolizes you. Master, you are a God to me. God doesn't let go. You hear? You wouldn't understand. Okay, so Roberta was there. She's no longer with us. Maybe that's why. I would not let go. If you don't let go, what do? You squeeze more. Right? That's how I killed the cat. I didn't realize it. Stupidity. Okay? In Buddhism, we know it's a reflex thing. Okay? Reflex thing. Very simple. Because the thing is, I'm not letting go because to let go would let my disciple think I'm afraid of pain. First reaction, I'm not afraid of pain. No pain. Okay? Squeeze so that the cat is in pain, so he let go. Did exactly what he's doing to me. But no, he didn't let go. I forgot he's not a human, he's a cat. How stupid I was. I killed the cat. Okay, don't tell anyone. It stays here in Gold Forest, okay? And guess what? Roberta was a nurse. She's an ex-nurse. She looked at my finger and said, oh my God, let's bring you to the emergency room. Let me call the ambulance. Oh my God, how could you do it? How could you do this to yourself? I said, come on, it's nothing. The point here is, in Buddhism, every time you violate a prohibition or precept, you get hurt. Because the cat did not simply bite me just to scare me. I did not let go, so what did he do? What? Even more. So we both were not willing to let go. So I'm describing it, I know it's kind of brutal, I'm sorry, you sensitive women, Master so cruel. I'm cruel, I warned you already. I have a temper, I'm cruel, But the point is that I want you to know this real life situation. Because of that, can you understand that because of the killing karma, I got hurt? See, it was started as simply a light, a lighting, you just that, and then you usually like him, smart people say, oh, and you let go. That's the first reaction, okay? But I happen to be stupid and hard-headed. I said, you can't scare me. You try to scare me? I ain't scared. Let me show you I'm not scared. And because of that killing karma, you get hurt. In Buddhism, if you pay attention, every time that you violate the precept, you get hurt. Exactly what he's talking about. You get hurt, that's how you remember. You make the connection. I got this because I committed a killing karma. That's how you remember. If you don't get hurt, you don't remember. So, I would never catch a cat again. That's my lesson. You understand? So that's the advantage we have over others in that when we violate the precepts you receive, which some of you are about to receive this afternoon, 2 more minutes, okay, an hour and oh well, okay, then you get hurt. That's why you remember. You say, oh wow, I should not do this anymore. Does it make sense to you? This is real to us. It's not, it's an imaginary thing, you go and say, forgive me, Father, I sinned. I killed a cat. And you say, okay, 10 Ave Marias and don't do it again. If you don't get hurt, you don't remember. You do the same, you commit the same offenses again and again and again. All right? Does it help? This is real for us. We learn about these things. It's called special knowledge because we know when we violate, you cross those boundaries, those lines, you will get hurt. That's the Buddhist teaching. I'm sorry. I know, I lost, my stock has come down a little bit in your eyes today, okay, but if I want to teach you, I have to pay. You look at Jung, he likes it too much. Go back to where you came from. God, I can't stand these people. Way Mountain.
See the delusion? I would say with a stable mind, you would look at the delusion from many different angles.
Okay, let me close this thing out here. Can I just take just a few more minutes to finish his slide here? Okay. Yes, Way Mountain.
About casting out the delusion, I would say with a stable mind that a person develops from meditation, view the delusion from many different angles.
Yeah, just very simple. The simple to cast out dark delusions is, what do you do when you walk to a room that's dark? Turn on the lights. And then you can see. That's the same thing. You have delusions, then you use the light of your wisdom to shine upon your delusions. It's gone. I know it sounds simple, but it's exactly what happens to you, to all of you. You have the kind of wisdom that you don't realize you have. You all possess that. We say, really? Yeah, you have that delusion, and you also have that wisdom. All you have to do is turn on the lights. The light of your wisdom, okay? And that light of wisdom is most obvious when you meditate. That's one way, okay? When you meditate, meditation is a process where you stop thinking more and more. You have few thoughts. Few thoughts translates into turning on the lights in the room. Is it clear? When you have few thoughts, your wisdom light is shining brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. You see clearer. It's not superstition, folks. This is what happens to you internally. Stop thinking. What are you doing? Sitting there and thinking all the time. You say, yeah, I agree. Let me think about it. I'm teaching you. You go to these lectures, I make you laugh. You know why? Because I don't want you to think. It's not a big deal. If you spend 2 hours, you learn from one principle, the next principle, what happens to you? You memorize. You say, wow, this is so important. This is so important. I learned so much today. I want you to walk out of here and say, I learned nothing at all, but it was fun. Our style of teaching is different from the Chinese in that sense. The Chinese, they want to teach you about the big principles and the important principles you need to know. What I'm teaching you is, if you remember, fine. You don't remember, fine. But the main thing is that you hear, one ear goes in one ear, goes out the other. It doesn't matter. You retain it already. You don't need to process any more than that. You naturally are able to process it. Your Buddha nature, your inherent wisdom is able to process it already. You don't need to add more thinking to it. No. And this girl here, she's been coming like a year now, and she's still thinking. She says, wow, I learned so much today. I have so much to tell my husband and my children. I will write this up into a thesis or something, Let go. Just listen. If you just listen, and if you remember, you remember. You don't remember, it's okay. When you need to, you pull it out again, believe it or not. No need to work so hard. All you need to do is listen. That's all. And don't think. Don't think about your leg pains. Okay? Yeah. So it's a tussle, you will. I keep on throwing jokes at you to distract you, and you say, oh my God, my legs are hurting, I can't even laugh anymore. Okay? So see who gives up first. It's not me, you see? I refuse to give up. Okay? Great wisdom answers this and abides in profound peace. Great wisdom, you see that? Great wisdom is the one who has opened his wisdom already, so he got the lights already, and he saw his different levels of darkness, delusions, dark delusion. That's why he said, wow, I got over that, I got over that, I got over this. That's why he says, wow, now I deserve to be called great wisdom. Is that clear? Isn't that cool? And he enters great wisdom. When he enters great wisdom, it shines so brightly, there's no more delusions. And that's why he's at peace. If the kid is crying, there's no one who's crying. Huh? No one is leaving me. That's wisdom. Okay? I haven't figured out how to deal with his wife yet. I don't know. Special case. Okay. Last question. Are we okay? Yeah, cool. This is profound peace when he's able to shine the light of wisdom, the great light of wisdom on his affliction, his problem. Okay, he found profound peace. Profound peace is because peace means that zero afflictions. All right. Stop here today. Thank you. Thank you very much.